are you, my pretties? How you doing, my gins? To all 21st century demons, salute to you. Um, how y'all doing, people? Hold up. My mic was way too far away. My bad. All right. So, um, I don't know what to tell you. So, there's a bunch of people that subscribe to my channel um, because they want to see me go down. Um, that's not gonna happen. Sorry, my bad. That's that's legit not gonna happen. You can twist my words around as much as you want. I'm gonna be here for a very long time, a very very long time, and I'll only grow exponentially. You're gonna see me on the main stage. You're gonna see me. You're gonna see me everywhere. You're gonna see me on billboards. You're gonna see me on TV. You're gonna see me everywhere. I'm only gonna grow exponentially. I'm not. I'm not somebody that you're gonna simply take down easily. Many people have tried, and bigger organizations have tried also, or are currently trying. I will say this: apparently, everybody that challenges him seem to disappear. I have not seen that to be the case, but I don't really follow the guy, so I can't know that for sure. But let me tell you this: if magic is not 100%, it's not something that works every time you do it. It's not. Sometimes it just doesn't work for any reason. It could be your fault. It could be because the person has protection. There could be like many reasons. So it's not 100%. So if you're on this channel and you're seeing everybody that challenges him being thrown out, maybe the reason is not what you think it is. Maybe it's because he's using something else, some trick, some trickery, right? Maybe he might be a Mason. Maybe he's part of a cult. Maybe he's part of a group of people. And those people tend to take care of people when he has a problem. I know I've faced this with other YouTubers. You know, I mean, look at here. You're listening to a guy like Enoch the Prince, right? You just made a video talking about people being drunk. How do you come off talking about people being drunk when you're on drugs? Um, I mean, that's worse. You have an addiction. Um, I don't have an addiction. Uh, you know, um, I had I don't really get drunk either. Um, I might take a sip. I might feel a little tipsy, and then that's pretty much it. That's the end of the night. I go to sleep. Um, like I said before, there's not much you can do about me. There's not. There's bigger powers at be that constantly try to take me down, and it'll never work because I am a chosen. I am a chosen one. Whatever that means. Whatever it means to you. But the common consensus is people that are like me, they're called chosen ones. I think there's a little bit more to it than just being chosen. The funny thing is, I wanted to make a video about, you know what, I'm still gonna make the video. I'm gonna make that video. This is gonna come after this one. So Elmera's like twisting my words around. Look, you said it yourself, like that was a month ago. A month ago, you didn't answer me. I still respect you for mentioning me in your video, because there's a lot of people making videos about me and they're not saying anything. They're not saying that they're talking about me, right? And there's a lot of people making videos about me, a lot. And the only reason why they're making these videos is because they're part of the Illuminati, right? Because the Illuminati is actively trying to take down people that are in the business sector, people that are in the spiritual sector, people that are politicians. But politicians, it's so easy to take down a politician. It's ridiculous. All you have to do is throw some money at him and he's out of here, right? Spiritual people and business people, it's a little bit harder, but they're still doing a great job, by the way. They're still doing a great job. You know what I mean? So it is what it is. But you can't take me down. That's just not gonna happen. Now the thing is, I don't know what you guys expect from joining my channel just to hate. I don't hate anybody. I don't hate anybody. You know what I mean? I might be belligerent, might damn near be obscene sometime, but I don't hate you. I don't have space in my heart for hate. There's a lot of people that have a lot of space in their heart for hate. I don't have space in my heart for hate. I don't really care. It's not, that's not what I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to hate people. What I want is reality to follow its course like it's supposed to. What I'm doing is I'm being a human being, because that's what human beings do. They act like humans. And act like human doesn't mean just being polite. Act like a human means I care about my universe. I care about my world, because nobody else is going to take care of the universe except me, because I create my own reality. So if something comes into reality that I think that is not needed in order for humanity to progress, it is now then my duty to actually speak upon it, to actually take responsibility and enact upon it, right? I don't cause interference. I help people out. I have helped hundreds and hundreds of people. I remember when this whole targeted individual, in 1 year, I deleted this whole targeted individual shit in 1 year. Everybody was crying since 2015 about this whole targeted individual shit, man. I gave out weapons. I gave out spiritual power. I gave out spiritual knowledge. And now look at the targeted individual movement. Almost nobody's complaining about being a targeted individual anymore, because I gave them the knowledge that they didn't have. If it's not thousands, who knows? And it probably is thousands, because you tell somebody and the person tells that to somebody else. So there's a lot of people that profited off of my channel. I did this in 1 year. And this year, I'm still helping people, more individually though. But I'm still making videos. Some of my videos, there's a lot of knowledge there too. So it is what it is, man. Like, you can't take me down. I'm not going anywhere, and I'm sorry for everybody that joined the channel just to see me go. That's just not gonna happen. You subscribe to the wrong channel. Maybe you should subscribe to somebody else's channel. Basically, what I'm saying is, I'm a real person. I'm a real person in real life. I'm not, I'm not a clone. I'm not a drone. I'm not a zombie. I'm not dead. I'm very alive. and it is what it is. You can put that in your pipe and smoke it. you know. But I will say this: your man's in them is talking about relationship advice. I don't talk about relationship advice because no one cares about relationship advice. That kind of thing. I mean, it does work for the algorithm. It does work for the algorithm. But if I start talking about spiritual advice, like relationship advice, you're gonna hate it because I'm not gonna tell you what you want to hear. I'm gonna tell you what you don't want to hear. So, relationship advice to me is paid content. Like, if you want spiritual advice from me, you're gonna have to pay me to tell you, right? Because it's hardcore knowledge, and it's potent, and it's powerful. And yes, I'm talking about a relationship between a man and a woman. And just saying that, there's a lot of people that's gonna be disappointed because they don't want to hear that shit. They don't want to hear that their woman is important. They don't want to hear that shit. What they want to hear is my woman should listen to me, and that's it. You're not gonna hear that here. I'm not gonna talk about tots. I'm not gonna talk about like all that shit. I don't believe in all that shit. That tot, things like that. I don't believe in that. You create your own reality. If you're surrounded by tots, it's because you want some tots. Period. That's all it is. And you might think you don't want it, but maybe you have a repressed emotion about it. So that's why the universe is sending tots your way, because you keep telling yourself you don't want some, but in actuality, deep down inside, somewhere inside you, you actually want some tots. But you have to be comfortable with that idea in order for that shit to stop. And maybe you're going to meet some real women and not just some tots. No offense, ladies. But like I said before, I don't really believe in that. Like, I don't even understand what that means. I don't even know what that means, to be quite honest. Because that's just not my dimension. That's just not my world. The women I meet is on purpose. The women that I see are women that I want to see. I don't let the universe decide for me what kind of girl I want to see. The kind of girl I want to see is the kind of girl I want to see. So your man's over there is talking about women. He's trying to show that he's with girls, and because being around women is a sign of you being successful, because women like to hang around with successful men, obviously. So he's trying to show that he's successful by trying to have women around in whatever he's doing. There's a little bit of fakeness to that, man. Like, there's a little bit of you not being yourself a little bit there, man. Like, you're not being honest with yourself. Neville Goddard said that a successful person is the person that's doing what he wants to do every day. That's a successful person. So, in Neville Goddard's opinion, if you're a housewife and that's what you wanted to do, that means you're successful. If you're a nurse and you always wanted to be a nurse, that means you're successful. If you're working at a garage and you always wanted to work at a garage, you're successful. And it's true. I believe that. That, in my opinion, that's very true. I believe that there are car gods. Like, there's just garages that have, like, they're just gods at fixing cars. And they can fix any car, and they have a bunch of cars in their garage, and the place looks nice, you know what I mean? Even though it's greasy everywhere, but, to me, a nice-looking garage is a garage full of nice cars. I don't care how greasy it is inside. If there's a bunch of nice cars around, I'm like, yo, this is amazing. My mind is blown, Sonny. Just like there are God nurses. You know, she can fix up anybody or anything at any time and point. She's just good at what she does. That's a successful person. You know, you're around that person, you can feel the vibe, you can feel the energy, man. The person is the hospital. The person is the garage, you know what I mean? Or the person is the pharmacy, you know? Whether it's street pharmaceutical or actual pharmaceuticals. You know what I mean? I am the fucking pharmacy. There's a dude that came up to me, came to my house. He said that shit, man. Like, you know, it was bringing some medication, and it was like, yo, I am the pharmacy, son. I'm like, yo, I feel you. I was like, you right. You straight. I got you. People are up on game, you know what I mean? People are up on game, but you know, you're sitting there and you're trying to, you know, I should probably do the same thing. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not even hating. I should probably do the same thing because I would probably have like more subscribers if I talked about everything that everybody else is talking about. Like, you know, I would obviously probably have more subscribers or more views or things of that matter. I don't know. But I did try to talk about like the 3-6 Mafia shit and the Bone Thugs and Harmony shit, because that was a spiritual battle right there. There was something vicious about that. That was a spiritual battle. There wasn't a lot of views. Nobody really cared. There wasn't a lot of views. Mostly because people thought I was gonna go crazy and do a whole bunch of shit. I'm not predictable. You know. And you shouldn't think that. Don't think, oh, he's gonna do this. Nah, you never know what I'm gonna do. Don't expect things from me. Expect things from yourself. You should look at yourself. If you're seeing this and you know this is wrong, then you should speak up. And don't expect somebody else to speak up. Because I might not have seen it. Or I might not care enough to speak upon it. Right? Or maybe I like both music groups, so I'm not going to be biased. Right? Who knows? There could be a billion reasons why you're not supposed to expect me to talk about it like directly. You can tell yourself, oh, maybe he's going to talk about it. Maybe is a good thing to tell yourself. Because then you don't expect anything. So you can't be disappointed. You're going in with a free mind. But when you're like, I'm not a clout chaser. I don't chase clout. I'm not a clout chaser. I'm not a ambulance chaser either. You know what I mean? You know, I just don't do that. That's just not my kind of shit. You know? It's just not my kind of shit. I just don't do that kind of stuff. But your mans in them recently started saying that he's been helping people, which I respect. You should talk about that. You know, you should talk about that. You should talk about it. He does talk about like spirits and things like that. I'm not gonna lie. He does talk about spirits sometimes, but you know, I'm just saying, like, you know, it's mostly, you know, things about girls all the time. I don't know. That's what I've seen. He talks about women all the time. I talk very rarely about women, and I could talk about women. I could easily talk about women because half of my channel, before all these guys, all these haters started to pop in, my followers, my actual followers, they're all women. Like 75% of them are women. So I can talk about women if I wanted to. I just don't do that because that's I don't do it because of two reasons. First of all, I don't want to follow the family trend. I don't want to follow the family trend. Secondly, because I live in the hood, man. These niggas are fucking crazy about that shit. Like they're nuts, bro. Like they do not respect dudes that respect women, like at all. Like 0%. Like not even 1%, bro. Like it's horrendous, atrocious, despicable. So that's the reason why I don't talk about it. You know what I mean? Like, it's not that they scare me, it's just not worth it. Like, this is fucking YouTube. I don't owe anything to anybody. I don't even have that many views. I don't have that many subscribers. So why the fuck am I gonna aggro all of these fucking niggas for no fucking reason? Then I'll go outside and not get jumped and shit. It happened a couple. It happened a couple times. I didn't get jumped, but motherfuckers be trying shit from time to time. It's all because of women, because they can't handle the truth. They can't handle. They can't respect women. They can't handle. They just can't handle it. They can't. They're not wired that way. They're not built that way. They don't think like that. It's not part of their culture. It's not part of their thought process. It's just miles away from their actual everyday line of thinking. And I have to respect that. Period. I have to respect that. There's no point into this. It's just ridiculous. There's no point into fighting these people. It's like explaining to a blind man what chocolate is, without him tasting it. It's just, I don't know, it's brown. Looks like doo-doo. I don't know, It's like, how So, hey, I don't know how a dude that only has that kind of content is going to take out a person that talks about science, business, spirituality, all at the same time. That's ridiculous. You're just not in the right room right now. You're just not in the right place. That's just not going to happen. I'm surprised that the people that I have called out, that nobody is going over there to challenge these guys, because they ain't saying shit right now. None of these guys are saying shit, man. And it's ridiculous because they have more views, more subscribers, and they're basically lying to a whole bunch of people. Like, it's atrocious. And I don't even think it's their fault. I think people love being lied to. Like, they just like that shit, It's more interesting to be lied to than being told the truth, than being told, or I guess people love lies more than they love being a god. That's my assessment of this whole situation. People love being lied to more than they like being gods. Period. I like being a god. I don't like being lied to. I don't like being lied to. I like being a god. Being a god is fun. Being a god is great. You can manifest things, you can make magic, you can do all kinds of shit. So that's fantastic. That's fun. That's I don't know why being lied to would be fun. I don't understand it. I don't get it. There's just some things I just don't understand. It's beyond my capability of understanding. And I can understand a lot of shit, but that's just beyond me. So yeah, man, like, I don't know. So, topsy-turvy, twist my words around all you want. And I digress, for all you voodoo practitioners out there and all you Santeria practitioner. Keep doing what you're doing. I don't care. It works. But I'm gonna tell you something. If you think I'm wrong, go ask your spirits. See what happens. Or try to undertake the road that I'm on, which is fighting oppression and the Illuminati and all those shit, and see if they're gonna help you. Before you start wilding out, see if they're gonna help you. See if you can do this shit. And like I said, you can keep practicing. I said what I said. I was joking around. You're probably gonna twist it or twist this around too. I was joking around. I don't feel ashamed by saying that I want to light a fire up on under their asses. But apparently that's a bad thing to say, judging from this snippet that he took from my video. I don't see anything wrong with that. And before I became Lucifer, I was messing around with Baron and all those people. Miss Duntor and Bridget and Vagabond and who else? A bunch of Petros and all kinds of shit. I'm still Petro. I can't not be Petro. Being Petro just means you're a god. That's all it means. I still have a Petro spirit in me. Can't be hurt by bullets. Can't I'm still here. But I got other things to do than petty squabbles, and petty shit. I'm going on the big stage. I can't be hanging around people that's not ready for the big stage. I just can't do that. That's it, and that's all. So all you guys, you can do all that shit. Don't let my video change your mindset and shit like that. I was just messing around, man. I was just messing around, man. And I do get butt hurt a lot of times. I do get butt hurt. Shit, I call myself out on being butt hurt on my videos. So, and if you listen to the whole thing, it's really not as bad as he's trying to make it look as it is. And for the amount of knowledge that I drop on this, it's just not going to be enough to take me down. It's just not going to be enough, bro. Like, it's just not. And believe you me, I've tried many times. I've tried many times with voodoo spirits. It was just not meant to be. It was just not meant to be. It's not that they don't appear or things like that. They kid around a lot. They everything's a joke. Nothing is serious. They just don't care. It's just, they don't care. Nothing's important. And I understand, because I understand the point. I understand that this is just one reality that you're living, and there's a reality beyond this reality that you're living. I understand all that, but I got a plan. I have my own plans. I have my own ambitions. I have my own divinations. If I do something, it's for a specific matter. I'm a mathematician at heart. I see everything as everything is connected to me. There's no such thing as something that doesn't matter. You know what I mean? Like, everything is connected to me. Everything. I already see the connection. So if I ask you for something, it's because it's connected to something else that you probably want too. But jealousy might make you, because gods can be jealous of a person. Gods can be jealous of a person. So jealousy is going to stop you from helping me, because when you had a chance, you didn't think like I used to think. And I say this heavily on my heart because that's not what I expect from you. You're supposed to be better than me. You're not supposed to look at me and be jealous. I expect a lot more from you. A lot more. A lot more. So, as I said before, try it. See how far you get. See if I'm crazy. You're not gonna get very far. Is that the reason why I call myself Lucifer now? Hell yes. Because demons, although they might be a little bit more complicated to call than a voodoo spirit, they will act on the world stage. They are waiting to act on the world stage. They are looking for people capable and willing to bring them on the world stage. You know? So, and they don't like, the common consensus is not that they don't like the Illuminati. They don't really fuck around with these guys. Like, you know, even Lucifer Lucifer told me once, I used to, I didn't used to respect them. I don't respect them more or less right now. But there's some people that are very talented that's part of this Illuminati shit, man. Like, there's some people that are very talented. A lot of people in there are very talented. They look like good people. Lucifer is like, your friends are disgusting. That's what he told me. He told me your friends are disgusting. I'm like, yo, what? And it was a shock to me because, you know, in the back of my mind, I'm like, man, you know, maybe Lucifer is, you know, playing double game and you know what I mean, he's still fucking around with these guys, but he's fucking around with me too for some reason. But he legit told me your friends are disgusting, and it's not the first time that he has complaints about this, about what they're doing. Like it wasn't he. I asked him how he felt about the Illuminati a couple of years ago, and he was like, "I don't understand these guys. They're freaking crazy." Like, you know what I mean? Like, it was like. And I understand where he's coming from, because when you look at these guys, they seem kind of crazy. I mean, like, they do crazy shit. I mean, like, look at all this nonsense that's going on right now. This is Illuminati shit. There's no, anyway, I'm not going to say it, but there's nothing really going on, bro. This is all Illuminati bullcrap. Everything that you're seeing right now is all Illuminati bullcrap, bro. And it is crazy shit, because it's petty. They're doing this, these guys are doing all this shit because they're scared of losing their jobs. That's all it is. I mean, to us, it's spiritual. To us, it's spiritual. To us, there's a very real value to it. To us, there's like some real sense of importance. But to them, it's just, they're just afraid to lose their job. That's it. That's it. That's the only reason why they're doing all this. Because they're afraid to lose their jobs. That's the only reason. They don't care about Lucifer. They don't care about Luciferian doctrines. They don't care about being Satanists. They don't care about the other guy on the other side of the spectrum. They don't care about none of that shit. The only thing they care about is their jobs. And that's it. And they care so much about their jobs, they're willing to make you lose your job. Because if you don't have the resources to get to the plateau of where you want to be, then you can't really take over now, can you? And everybody's trying to join the Illuminati thinking that there's enough space for everybody. There's not enough space for everybody. That's nonsense, man. That boat is not big enough for everyone. That makes no sense. The boat is not big enough for everyone because at the end of the day, somebody's gonna have to be a slave. And some people are okay with being slaves. How can you be okay with being a slave? You can't be okay with being a slave, man. Like that makes no sense, bro. You gotta have some ixnay and xnay on the BDSM shit. That's different. You know what I mean? Son. But, in real life, in actuality, like, waiting in line for food, working a 9 to 5, slaving to pay taxes that you don't need to pay, paying taxes to a bunch of people that's just gonna put your tax money in their pockets. That's not okay. There's nothing okay about that, man. It ain't right. At least I can pay my house. Sure, facts, 100%. I totally agree, 100%. But you're still getting screwed at the end of the day. Because tell yourself this: if you got enough to pay for your house that you're paying right now, you probably have more than that. So you're only receiving a portion of what you're actually making. And the reason why is because they're controlling your mind. It's not because they control the taxes. It's all in your mind. And the taxes. You got to remind yourself, they're the ones teaching us. We're not the ones teaching them. They made the schools. They made the school programs. The information that they give us is the information they chose to give us. Not the other way around. It's not like we're going to school and we need to. Everybody, raise your hand if you want to learn calculus this semester. Nobody's doing that. That's not how school works. They don't ask your parents if it's okay to learn the shit that they're learning. They don't ask your parents, and your parents can't have an opinion either because they learned the same shit that you learned. They learned the same shit that you learned. So how your parents are going to know what you're supposed to learn if they learn the same thing that you're learning right now? How? How are they supposed to do that? Tell me. Oh, well, you can always put your kids in the Ivy League school for higher education. Why? Because it's more expensive? Well, yeah, because there's more knowledge. So you got to pay more if you want more knowledge. Oh, that's how that works. Duh. Duh. Hello? Is anybody home? So I gotta pay more to get more knowledge. Wow. Even as a kid. Even as a child. So you see how wretched society is. And you're gonna tell me everybody's equal? Everybody's equal. I'm supposed to treat everybody equally. But when that kid is born, I have to work my ass off in order to get him or her into a private school that has higher learning than all the schools in the region. But everybody's equal, right? How the fuck, pardon my language, but how the heck do you know if my kid can go to an Ivy League school or not when she's only 5 years old? So that's my responsibility to do that shit, right? That's crazy, isn't it? Oh, but you still have a chance. The thing is, you can get a scholarship if she's really good at your local school. Oh yeah, you're right. It's ridiculous. So all the pressure is on him or her to get to the and you don't have him or her doesn't need a scholarship. I can still pay for it. The thing is, it's like thousands of dollars in order to get to a school like that. You know what I mean? But everybody's equal, right? Everybody's equal. The Illuminati is walking around town. Oh, we're all equal. We're all equal, man. Really? That's what you think? You're lost in the sauce. We're not equal at all. And I'm not talking about myself. I went to a public school, son. You know what I mean? I'm not talking about myself. I know very well that there's like 1,000 gajillion intellectuals out here that went into higher education schools. I might be able to speak to these people, but I have to respect that they have more academic knowledge than I have, period. No matter how much it hurts me to admit it, they still do. We are not equal. We're not the same, man. You know what I mean? It hurts, but it's the truth. It hurts, but it's the truth. That's facts. That's like 100% facts. It is what it is. Dang it. You know. So you're controlled consistently. You're just too hard-headed to notice it or to want to acknowledge it, right? Just too hard-headed to acknowledge it. Shit is crazy, man. It's easy. They're doing this with two hands tied behind their backs. It's easy. Because you're not being yourself. You're not being honest with yourself. That's why it's easy for them to do that shit. And you don't want to be honest with yourself because doing what you're doing right now is a lot easier than doing what I'm doing. A lot easier. A lot easier. So anyways, man, that's enough BS for today. I'll see you guys on the next one. Have a good one. Peace out, and don't forget to subscribe.